You know what? It recently occurred to me that we are living in the future right now, as I'm able to play DK Bonanza or really any game on a giant virtual screen inside these tiny little glasses. Allow me to introduce you to the Beast, which is the very latest in VITURE's XR glasses line. And they were kind enough to provide us early access to the glasses as well as sponsoring this video. And based on my early testing so far, I have to say I'm pretty freaking impressed. I can't even begin to tell you how cool it is that I can throw on my glasses literally anywhere, and through the mobile dock, play my Nintendo Switch 2 on a giant virtual screen. In fact, the Beast virtual screen is the biggest in its category, thanks to its 58-degree wide field of view. To give you an idea of how big it felt, here I am sitting in front of my parents' massive 75-inch TV. Even from 8 feet away, it's a big screen, but it's still not nearly as large as a virtual screen in the Beast XR glasses. Because when I put those on, the virtual screen looks to be more like this size. But unlike your TV, you're not stuck using these at home, as you can use them practically anywhere. At a coffee shop, on the subway, at church, or even when walking around if you turn down the brightness and transmittance. Not that I recommend doing this, but I'm just saying that you can. Now, the glasses themselves work directly out of the box with any device that supports outputting video over USB-C, such as more than likely your smartphone. But when it comes to playing your game consoles, including the Nintendo Switch 2, well, you're going to want to pick up the mobile dock for that, which as you can see, I've mounted directly to my Nintendo Switch 2 through the optional mount accessory. And as you can see, disconnecting it is simple as sliding it upward. Now, the mobile dock is awesome for 2, maybe 3 different reasons. Number 1 is that you can plug literally any device that supports HDMI directly into it, then output it to the glasses, which is perfect for your Xbox, PlayStation, or anything else. As for your Switch or Switch 2, well, that goes directly into the USB-C, meaning this takes the place of your Switch 2 dock when you're out and about, so you don't have to drag this around with you everywhere. Now, number 2 is that this also acts as a portable battery bank, which not only powers the glasses directly, but also your smartphone or your Switch or Switch 2, while keeping them topped off. And this is a pretty big battery, being 13,000 mAh, and should power your Switch for up to 8 hours. And number 3 is that this actually supports 2 sets of glasses, meaning if you have a friend with their own set of VITURE XR glasses, well, you can watch videos or play games together. Which is pretty freaking cool considering you both get your own giant virtual screen. Now, what else I love about the Beast model in particular is how customizable it is. You can change how far or how close the screen appears to be. You can change the size of the screen, to small to way bigger, to the point you actually have to move your head around to see, which itself is made possible thanks to the built-in VisionPair technology, allowing for a full 3 degrees freedom of movement. Which means that instead of having the screen follow your movements perfectly, which can be a little bit disorienting, though it's still an option here, you can now choose to anchor the screen in virtual space, meaning when you turn your head to the side, the screen remains where it is, so if you look back toward it, you'll see it come back into view. Even better, when you do look away, the glasses automatically turn transparent, so you can more easily see the world around you, which is perfect for when you want to talk to others in the room or pet your cat or something. But my preferred option is the one called Smooth Follow, where after you turn your head, the screen slowly comes back into view. It just feels really good and makes for a really comfortable viewing experience. There's still even more features too, like an ultra-wide option or one called Side Mode, which lets you quickly toggle the screen to a smaller size and off to the side, which would actually be perfect when I was walking around like a dork earlier so I can see more of the world around me. And speaking of which, there are 9 different levels of transparency you can choose that dictates how much of the outside world you actually see. And that's when I realized something, that VITURE's Beast XR glasses fulfill a promise made over 30 years ago by devices like the Virtual Boy. But in reality, as you probably know by now, this thing was actually terrible. The screens were pure red and super tiny, it was hardly immersive, it was barely portable, and it was super uncomfortable to use. My arm is getting tired just holding the thing up for a few seconds. The point is that VITURE's Beast XR glasses finally fulfilled that promise to a degree far grander than they could even envision back then. And it's basically the opposite of that device in every possible way, for the better. Look how tiny these are! And these even allow for stereoscopic 3D too, assuming you have a phone that supports it. Unfortunately, I don't, so I wasn't able to test it myself, but I thought about upgrading just so I can. Look, I don't know how many more ways I have of saying this, but the point is that the VITURE Beast XR glasses are freaking awesome. They allow you to play on a massive TV or massive virtual screen, no matter where you are. Like I've said before that one of the biggest problems with playing games portably is just the size of the screen. For as big as a Switch 2 screen is roughly, what, 7 inches or 8? It's got nothing on the 174 more in screen than these glasses allow, according to VITURE's estimates. And that is freaking massive, I mean literally and figuratively, as I can use that wherever I go, on vacation, on the plane, at my home, on my couch. It is so freaking cool being able to play games with crystal clarity in extreme comfort while lying down or sitting back or wherever I am, with all kinds of options at my disposal, including the smooth follow option, which I have grown quite fond of. So if any of this sounds good to you, I would definitely consider picking up VITURE's Beast XR glasses, especially as, if you use my code, you get 10% off everything, the glasses, the portable dock, whatever it is, you can get 10% off all of it if you use my code on the screen in the description right now. With that, thanks for watching everyone, we'll catch you later. Bye.